Hello, my YouTube family. I hope everyone's doing well. It is Saturday morning. It's early here on the East Coast. The sun, I don't know where it is. It's hiding out there in the clouds somewhere. It's drizzly. It's dreary out. It's chilly out. Yeah, that's the weather breakdown here in the Hudson Valley in the state of New York. Good morning, everyone. I have got a hot cup of coffee over here, and I am contemplating what I want to make for breakfast. I'm thinking French toast and bacon. I'm not sure what I want to do yet, but I do know what I woke up for, and I said, you know what? I'm going to get up early, make myself some coffee, get all comfy, spend some time with Mia, and now I'm here to spend some time with all of you. And I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. So I have, yes, another brand new Dollar Tree haul. I got a little bit of everything going on here. The most expensive item in this video is $1.75, $1.03. Other than that, most items ringing in at $1.25, $1.50. The $1.75 items are basically only from the kids' toy department because, you know, I'm just a big kid. I'm here in my flamingo sweater here. Oh my goodness, it is chilly here. It really is. All right, so I know I wanted to say something else, and of course, because I have all these things in front of me, I'm like ready to just get into this. So, as you know, I shop a lot of different Dollar Trees, and you know, Dollar Trees are just like popping up all over the place. We've had a couple brand spanking new Dollar Trees open up in the area, about 45 minutes from where I live. Yeah, about 45 minutes from where I live. So I don't get to them very often, but I'm hoping to get to a couple of them tomorrow because I have to take care of some business out in those directions. So I'm hoping I'll get some new looks at some new stores because those are always really exciting. All right, but of course the stores that I regularly shop at, those are always exciting too because you never know what you're going to find. In the meantime, it's a long weekend for me. I actually have Monday off to myself. I'm going to be working in the house here, doing some stuff. Of course, I'm still working on my spring/Easter or Easter/spring room here. I've been upstairs in my purple bins, digging out stuff. I do have some things I want to share with all of you that I mentioned in my video from yesterday. One of those things that I want to share with you, hopefully we can share at the end of this Dollar Tree haul. We'll see where we're at time-wise. All right, so let's get into this one. I am ready to do it. All right, we're going to start with sweets and treats. Never go to Dollar Tree when you got the munchies, right? All right, so I did find some new candies. Well, not brand new, but some new that haven't been around for a while. Tropical flavored Haribo Bears, limited edition. These are so soft, it's unreal. Anyways, 4 ounces of fun in there. Good flavors: pineapple, kiwi, passion fruit, and paradise punch. Those are some awesome flavors there. So I grabbed a pack of them. I love my blow pops, you know, 2 treats in one. Anyways, this one is all about watermelon, and that's one of my favorite flavors. This is a 3.25 ounce bag. Again, it's all about watermelon. Love me some watermelon. Charleston Chews, love them too. And I've got these before, but I haven't seen them in a while at Dollar Tree. These are... Patty, what did you do now? Patty's in trouble down at the mousetrap. I know she was going early because last night was just a hoot. Oh, what a mess we have to clean up at the lounge. Anyways, it is a 3 ounce package, and these are the rollers, which basically they're balls of Charleston Chews. That way you can fit a lot more in your mouth with a bag of those. I did pick up some Trident Vibes. You get 14 pieces in a package. My daughter likes this gum. And you know what? I'm probably such a weirdo. I really am a weirdo. But I always like to have things either in my purse or in the car or in the trailers, in the racing trucks, whatever, for other people. Like if somebody says, oh, you want a piece of gum? Okay, which one you want? I know they like this gum, or I know this one likes that gum. It's just like when we're packing to go to the drag strip. I'm always buying liquor that I know people like and drinks that people like. So when they come and hang out over at our pit, I open up the coolers and hey, everybody wants to hang out, you know, because I have all their stuff. Moving on, but that's like that with any racer, really. You know, we get to know each other, and the drag racing family is a family all in itself. So when we go to the tracks and we're spending, 3-4 days at a drag strip, you get to know people, and, we have a lot of fun. Raisinets in a 3.1 ounce box. I got milk chocolate for me. I haven't had these for a while. Chocolate covered raisins were one of my dad's favorite treats. And then I got dark chocolate. I didn't even know they made dark chocolate Raisinets. The boyfriend enjoys the dark chocolate, where I am more of a milk chocolate girl. So I got a box for each of us, which will probably end up eating mine anyways. Over back into where you get the toys for the kitty cats. They had some Garfield ones this time. 4 in a package. These do not mention anything about catnip. They're 3 inches in diameter. There's no bells, no whistles, no horns, no crinkly stuff. They're just filled fuzzes of fun. Anyways, the design is on the front and on the back, just in case you were wondering. They had this design too, which is totally cool because it's Garfield eating every snack you can imagine. We've got pies, hamburgers, donuts, and then, of course, what is right there? A huge ice cream cone. These are cute, even the little kids, if they want to play with them, because there's no catnip involved or anything like that. There's nothing to pull off. No, you could give that to a child, in my opinion. All right, over where you get hand soaps and stuff like that, I did find another hand soap, Power Stick. This is a liquid hand soap. It's 12 fluid ounces, and this is Brazilian Mist. I love this scent. I love it in the spray. I love it in the deodorant. Now to have it in the soap, I think is cool. And by the way, if you didn't know, this is made in the USA. Let's go over to something that was actually on my wish list. I saw a photograph, and I want to say, I don't remember if it was YouTube or if it was Instagram. It may have been both, but Miss Margot had shown these characters, and I was like, oh my god, I hope I find some of them. Well, I found some. I don't know if I'm going to pronounce this name correctly or not. Is it Ama Amos? I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing it correctly, but that is what the tag looks like. And then there's this other big tag on here. Oh, I guess it tells you the name. So this is by a company called Jack's Pacific. There it is. They've got these cute, I want to say it's a crochet, but then again, it could, no, I think this is more of a crochet than it is a knitting. I'm not 100% sure, but oh my God, are these adorable. So I guess there's a bunch in the series. They measure about 4.5 inches by about 3.25 inches. Now, it looks like the name of this character is Addie, A-D-D-I-E. What a cute name. Is it like a little stereo boombox record player thing going on? It is adorable. They've got some cush to them, but they are really, really well made. They've got a little label on the back right there. A lot of information. This one does have a pamphlet. But I feel like if I open the pamphlet, I'm breaking the seal of the toy, and I don't want to do that on this particular one. So they also have this little ribbon back here. It looks like you could hang them. Like you could hang them on anything, really. So super cute and fun. I found this character. So I think we said that one was Addie. I then found this character, which is so fun. Right there. Look at this face up there. That's kind of how I feel this morning. Now, this one has this, like, tag protector. Do you guys remember the Tie Beanie Babies? Okay, well, I was a big collector. So, it's got these plastic tag protectors on here. And this one says sushi. Like sushi. But there it is. I'll spin it all the way around. Again, these are so well made. This one's a little bit bigger than the first one I showed you. This one's measuring in almost 6 inches. Oh my gosh, though. The quality of these, I've never heard of these before. The next one I found, and these were $1.75 each, by the way, is here's where I'm getting the names. I don't know if I'm going to pronounce that right or not, but there's the name on that one. And let me flip it the right way. Here we go. How cute is that? I love their little faces. They're adorable. All right, I've got a couple other characters. This one here is the record player. There's the one I was thinking about. So that might be a radio. That was the antenna. This is the record player. There we go. Their faces are so fun. They got these little footsies on the bottom. This one is Tammy Toons. I love it. This is Tammy Toons. Oh my gosh, these are so cute. Next, I was so lucky that I found so many. This one, and I don't know how many are in the series or set. This one is Fizzles. Oh my gosh. Love the names. And this one is a bottle of soda. We call it pop in Chicago, but out here on the East Coast, they call it soda. I still do not call it soda. It'll always be pop. I'm a Chicago girl, and that's just a forever thing. It's in my blood. Look at the little cap, and it's all sewn on. They did an awesome job. Another one. This guy is so cute. This is Frenchie. Oh, Frenchie. French toast, maybe? Oui, monsieur. Oh, look at his little cap, his little beret. There he is all the way around. Oh my gosh, these are so fun. I have another design here. Oh, Judy, where are you? I found 2 of these. So, Miss Judy, the next time I see you, I have a present for you. This one's name is Mary. There's the name right there, but we're just going to call it Miss Judy. Let me turn it around. There she is. Look at that strawberry Judy. How cute is that? So I was very fortunate. I got my hands on 2. So one, I'm going to put in a little bag for Miss Judy. All right, I cannot leave without showing you this one. Oh my gosh. Brad, where are you? Let me see what this dude's name is. His name is Carl. C-A-R-L, but we're going to change that to Brad. Oh my gosh, look at the hot dog. So we'll get rid of that tag for a minute. Look at his face. And then when you flip them over, look, no ketchup, just mustard. Woohoo! You do not put ketchup on a hot dog. Ketchup belongs on French fries, not mac and cheese, on not hot dogs. Mustard goes on hot dogs. I'm just busting you guys. I'm just giving you a hard time. I'm just not a big ketchup person. Anyways, the hot dog is so cute. And yes, Mr. Brad, whether you like it or not, you got a doggy coming your way. One's for me, one's for Brad. All right, those were the only characters I found, which I was so happy that I did. So those items were $175, except for one more item in the kids aisle, kids section. And this is Family Feud Jumbo Card Game for ages 8 and up. There it is right there. I'm a huge fan of the Family Feud. I've loved it for years. I haven't watched it in a hot minute, but this is the biggin cards here. So I did pick that up. And again, those are $175. All right, so let's drift back over to makeup and beauty. Wow, lots of things going on in makeup and beauty. All right, where do I even begin? First, let me begin with this. Hang on, there's a little fuzzy on my shirt. Okay, I showed you multiple packages of the Freeman face creams. I found another version. This is the Anti-Stress and Sea Salt Mud Face Mask. 2 in a package. Not a bad deal because normally you just get 1 for that buck and a coin. So there are the 2 packs out there. I think that was like 4 different ones I've come across. So that's a pretty good deal. All right, staying in makeup and beauty for a little bit. We have had multiple items. I've lost count. I think there's like 6 or 7 items from the Amber Glow collection. And that is the one with that's all that pretty pinks and bows. I found another piece to her collection. It is Strawberry Bliss. And it is a bath bomb. It smells lovely. And you know, if you don't want to use something like this as its intended purpose, which is a bath bomb, you can always take one of these, just put it in your bathroom and just leave it as decor on the counter maybe, or maybe on a shelf. And you can still get that really pretty smell without doing, you know, the bath bomb if you don't like bath bombs. Just my 2 cents, and that's it. They had so many cute new face masks. I was like, I didn't even know what direction to go in. So we're going to start with, and I got a couple of each just to have and things like this. So this one was new to me. It's by ODB Derma Beauty. Hibiscus and vitamin E. Hydrating facial masks. Wow, wow, wow. This packaging is so pretty. Look at that packaging. Right? I'll give you a 360. Not that you guys can read any of that. I can't either. And you know, it's almost time for me to get my glasses checked. But this was new to me. I hadn't seen anything by this original Derma Beauty. That's what ODB stands for. This was like spanking brand new for me. So I grabbed me some of them. They also had this one, also by Original Derma Beauty. And this is a fresh blueberry facial mask. I got myself 2 of those as well. Nice for spring, right? Last but not least, in the face masks, they had this one here, which is a fresh cherry face mask. Again, by ODB. New to me, hadn't seen any of these. I'm not sure if I've seen any other products by that company at Dollar Tree, but I could be wrong. All right, moving on here. I did find in the beauty aisle some more new polishes, and these are also by the Marie Claire collection. So she's got like multiple products out there. Unfortunately, I do not have my nail sticks because the last time I went to Rhode Island on vacation, Patty was in charge of the house, and I don't know, Cheryl, Margot, Linda, all of them guys, Robin, I don't know what they were doing. It was a hot mess here, and I still haven't found my nail sticks. But these are such vibrant colors. I think you're going to see them with no problem. All right, this one here is a jelly nail polish in the color Watermelon. Again, by Marie Claire Paris. First of all, look at that packaging. It's so cool, right? Your colors are very readable on top. So we've got this color right there. The next color I'm going to share with you is called Ube, U-B-E. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Love it. Look at that really pretty pink going on. Very pretty, like a cotton candy color. Then they had this vibrant yellow. And this one is called... Wow, it's so hard to read the labels on some of these. Well, I was doing kind of good. I am sorry, but I cannot read. Can you guys read that? What does that say? See what I'm talking about? Very difficult to read. I can't give you this color because it's just too hard. It's called Lemon. Well, of course it's lemon. Duh, Beth. All right, there it is right there. And then I found this really, really pretty blue. And it's called Blueberry. Of course, there it is right there. So they do have lots of products out there in the makeup department. Now, is it Drew Barrymore that does the flower makeup? Am I right about that or am I wrong? I think it's Drew Barry and her line is Flower. I'm pretty sure it's Drew Barry. Anyways, this one is called Rich Brown and Rose Gold. It's a double-ended, it's double-ended cream and chrome eyeliner. There it is right there. I'm sure this must have been, worth more than $1 and a coin. Let me open this baby up. I want to check it out. We're going to test her out, let alone see it here. If I can get it out of the packaging. Here we go. Here we go. Full-size tube. Again, it is double-ended here. So we're going to go to the first side. Very pretty. Don't pay attention to all my age spots. Oh my gosh, you guys. Very nice. It went super, didn't pull my skin. That's great to know. Let's flip to the other side. Chrome. I'm going to go right next to it. It would help if I pushed a little harder. There it is right there. That's the one I just tried. That was the first one. That's cool, the double-ended. I do like that. I like the double-ended. All right, so I did pick up a couple of them, 2, one for me, one for my kiddo. They also had these, which I grabbed 4. I'm bad. But you know what? I absolutely love these 4 colors, and I will be using these big time. All right, this is called Petal Play. This is also by Drew Barrymore. I hope she does the flower. There it is on the bottom. Sorry about the glare. Look at that compact. What? All right, we're going to get into this because I want to see how we get into this. All right, I got my scissors. So hopefully I don't slice a finger off. All right. It is sealed very, very well. All right, so how do we open it? All right, so it looks like we pull this little piece here. I think. Hold on, you guys. How do I get into it? Ah, my bad. All right, so we're going to lift up from here. There we go. Look at those colors. Gorgeous. I want to first get into this really nice glitter one. Wow, can you guys see that there? Let's go right here. Beautiful. The one right below it. Very nice. The darker one in the corner. Well, let me go right here. And then last but not least, this one here, which you can kind of see them on my fingers. We'll go right here. Very nice. Love this set. Of course, now my finger stains are in there, but gorgeous, right? So yeah, I did. I picked up 4. I'm only going to show you 3 because I don't know where the other one went. But yeah, I figured a couple for myself, and I'll give one to my daughter as well. I'm sure that is worth more than that. Now, I also came across this one. This is by Clean Color. It's called Sculpt. There it is right there. This one is all taped up as well. Let's get into this one. I love to find products that are nicely sealed. Yes, I just threw that on my floor, but I'm going to be vacuuming in about 25 minutes, so I'm okay. All right. Oh, look at that. Gorgeous. I'm not going to get my fingers all up in it because I'm out of room here, but this is by Clean Color, and it is Sculpt, Shade, and Glow. There is the back side of the package. That is beautiful. I only got one because that is the only one that was sitting there, and I was shocked it was sitting there and not like all broken up, because usually when it's like the only one left, it's only left for a reason. So I really lucked out on that one. I just need to take a sip of coffee, you guys, out of my Dollar Tree cup here that says, shh, Coffee and I are having a moment, and we truly are. Alrighty, moving on, staying in makeup and beauty. Found these cool little packages. And I believe that this is a flower product as well. Yes, it is. There is the tube. It is a full-size lipstick. The tube number is 110, and the color is called Ruby Rouge Cream. Very easy to read. I like that. All right. Nice. Wow. That is very pretty. And you know what? It's all going together here. It's all like neutral tones. That's red, all right. There it is. Well, it kind of matches my sweater, doesn't it? Very, very pretty. So as far as makeup in Drew Barrymore goes, that was, 3 different pieces that I found. Hopefully you'll find that maybe at one of your stores, or maybe you'll find something different. It's always cool finding new things. I do want to share these with you from the makeup section, and these are by Spa Essentials. These are so funny. I don't know if there's different versions, but these are under eye masks, and they are called Paw Fit Eyes. They're little weenie dogs. Oh my God, are these guys cute? Yes, we're gonna open this because I want to see what the weenie dogs look like. Now, this is going to be a little slimy, but I have a tissue here. I want to see what the weenie dogs look like. So we're going to open them up. Hopefully I ain't going to spooge it all over my floor. Oh no, I dropped a weenie dog. I have a wet weenie dog on my floor. All right, so let me, hang on. Let me pick up the wet weenie. Hold on. I have a wet weenie. Never a dull moment around here, I'm telling you guys. Alrighty, so there is my weenie dog. Oh, it's all slimy and cold. Let me slap the weenie on my hand. There it is. It's a little hot dog. Oh my gosh, you know, I love to have fun with you guys. I really enjoy my time here with all of you. So there it is. It's a little hot dog. Too cool for school. All right, so let me put my weenie back over here. Let me put my weenie down for a minute. Hopefully somebody is laughing because I'm telling you. Oh my goodness. Oh. All right. I have so many other things from Dollar Tree to show all of you, but you know what? I want to go to this. We're totally going to go away from Dollar Tree now because last night I mentioned to all of you that I had been upstairs. Let me just get myself comfortable. I got to sit on my foot. All right. So I mentioned you guys I've been upstairs digging in my purple bins because they're real. They exist. I swear they do. There's like, I don't know how many are up there. Anyways, so I've been going through some of my bins, and a lot of my purple bins have stuff from me when I was a kid, my family, things like that. So if you are familiar with my channel and you've been watching me for a while, unfortunately, I have more family members up there than I do really down here. As far as like my mom's gone, my dad's gone, I have 2 brothers gone. It's a tough situation. And we all have situations that are just like that. So I was upstairs going through some things, and I came across this little, I think it's like 20 pages. Yeah, it's a 20-page magazine that was put out by the Chicago Tribune. For those of you that may not know, I was born and raised in Chicago. Lived just outside of Chicago in a suburb. But my dad worked for not only the Chicago Tribune, but he worked for the Chicago Sun-Times as well. My dad's real job, not real job, but you guys know what I mean. His full-time job was the Chicago Tribune and retired from there, worked there for like ever. Anyways, my dad was really really involved with the legions and things like that, helping people, helping children, and was always involved in events and things like that. So they always had parties and events and things like that, and we were always go. You know, I was very, very fortunate. I've been on the Bozo Show 3 times. Circus, the Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey Circus, because my dad was involved in the Foreign Legion. You know, we did all that kind of stuff. So they would have these big, huge Christmas parties, the Chicago Tribune. And one year that we went, there happened to be a photographer there. And it's so weird because this was in 1971. So I was born in 66, 69, 70, 1, 2. I was young, super young. The times were different. Anyway, so I'm at this Christmas party with my family. And so the magazine, this particular magazine, was included in the Tribune. So it was like a, like a coupon almost thing, inside, what do they call them? The inserts of the newspapers. Oh, it's tough to get stuff out sometimes, but this is so, for me, it's also bringing up memories of my mom and dad. And anyways, this book was from February of 1971. It was called The Little Trib. Here's the actual corner of the magazine. You can tell right there, I have no idea who these people are, but look at these ladies' outfits, right? You know that's the 70s just by looking at it. So basically, it was a paper, a magazine, 20 pages, yeah, that they put inside the Chicago Tribune. And what it did was it went into great detail about a lot of the employees, veterans of the Tribune, just a lot of things, a lot of people, about what was going on with the Tribune, things that they were involved in. I just want to show you some of these ladies' outfits. Look at their outfits. Talk about a blast from the past. So anyways, in this magazine, there's me. I'm in here and my dad is actually in here. Well, let me show you my dad first of all. On the back of the magazine, if you guys can, I don't know if you guys can see, but do you guys see that gentleman right there? That little itty bitty 5-foot guy. My dad was so short. My dad was like 5'2". That's my dad. Yeah, my dad, very Italian. So he was always kind of dark. So yeah, that's my dad. Hi, Mia. All right, so before I get really emotional on you guys, let me go in to show you. So in 1970, they had this, well, they had a Christmas party every year. This one I remember in particularly because what was I in 1970 if I was born in 66? 4 going on 5. They had this Christmas party. So this magazine came out and it was like, I'm in it. And my dad evidently knew I was going to be in it because obviously my dad works for the Tribune and he got wind of it from some of the other guys. And so anyways, here it is. So it's Christmas 1970 and way down here, you guys guess which one's me? Yeah, right there. Here, I think I'm just like, you know, looking in the camera like, hello. But what's so funny is I remember having this photograph done. I remember this little girl right here. She's got this really huge basket. All the kids had these big bags. So there I am. That's me right there. My name's in there. And then what they did was they sent us, my mom and dad got an envelope. And what they did was this was a little bit different of a shot of the same picture because I'm looking off. But here's a bigger version of it. So here I am. That's me. And then in the magazine shot, there's like the different version of me. But yeah, that's me. Good times. Good times. All right, now I'm going to start crying. All right, I have so many other things that I want to share with all of you, but I'm never sure like if anybody's really interested. So I don't know. I kind of feel like show and tell at school. For me, those are such awesome, awesome memories. But at the same time, you know, seeing a picture of my dad and myself at that age, it just goes, wow, where did time go? If we could only have, right? If we could just turn back time sometimes. All right, everybody. Whew, the tears are coming. Until next time, I so enjoyed this me time with all of you. I'm not sure what I'm going to be up to today. Like I said, breakfast, French toast, bacon. But then I'm thinking, should I make some fresh bread? I'm all over the place. But for now, my heart is heavy. I don't want to say goodbye. But at the same time, I'm glad I got to share a little something with all of you. Let me know what you thought. Little Beth, oh my gosh. A big hug from me to all of you. And until next time, thank you so much for watching and your support. Bye for now.